Hey guys, so we're back with another deck tech. This is Demonic Tentacles. It's a deck that was played in Pro Tour Shadows over Innistrad this weekend. I was following some of the coverage, and I just happened to see this deck tech on the feed, and this deck is sweet. It's super spicy, really under the radar, and it looks like a ton of fun. So I decided to build it here on Moto just to see what it plays like, and then it turns out to be as fun as it looks. I'm probably going to build it in paper. Dark Petition really spiked up in price this weekend because it was played in a bunch of decks, even like the John Finkel Seasons Past Control deck. So let's get to it. So the engine of the deck is there are basically three cards that are engined to the deck. So we have, and we'll just put them all right here. So we have Crush of Tentacles, Demonic Pact, and Dark Petition. So let's put them in this order. So the idea is to survive till turn 4 using our Duresses, our Ultimate Price, our Grasp of Darkness, our Ruinous Paths, our Languish if we don't have Demonic Pact. Basically survive until we play Demonic Pact. And so with Demonic Pact, it has 4 modes. We can deal 4 damage to target creature, player, and gain 4 life. So a total of 8 life displacement between us and our opponent. Target opponent discards 2 cards, we draw 2 cards, and then we lose the game. So obviously this mode of losing the game is not where we want to be. So the idea is to play our Demonic Pact on turn 4, get our full value of damage, discarding, and drawing, and then that should be on turn 7. So then on turn 7 we choose our third mode, which whatever it may be, probably discard 2 cards, or whatever, you know, it's a pretty versatile card, so I mean it doesn't really matter. But we choose our third mode. We play our Dark Petition, which we can search our library for a card and put that card into our hand, and then we shuffle our library. So it's basically like a demonic tutor. And then Spell Mastery, which we'll have because we play only one creature in Dragon Lord Silumgar, so we have a bunch of spells in our deck. So if there are 2 or more instant and or sorcery cards in our graveyard, we add triple black to our mana pool. So it's essentially tutoring for for really 2 colorless mana, which is pretty insane. But so the idea is to Dark Petition up Crush of Tentacles. So Crush of Tentacles bounces everything, and then if we cast it for its search cost for 5, we get an 8/8 blue octopus. So the idea is to Dark Petition up Crush of Tentacles, get into our hand, have Spell Mastery, so have 3 black floating in the mana pool, and then just pay double blue for the search cost, bounce everything, including our Demonic Pact, so we can just recast it, bounce all of our opponent's stuff, and then get an 8/8 octopus. So that's the complete engine of the deck, is essentially those 3 cards. Then we have basically our let's talk about our other options of bouncing. So we have 2 Disperse, which is the worst card in the deck. It's just there for emergency situations where we need to bounce Demonic Pact if we're going to lose the game. And then Silumgar's Command is great. In the current format, 9 times out of 10 we're going to destroy target Planeswalker and bounce Demonic Pact. But we can also negate something, counter target non-creature spell, bounce our Demonic Pact, Wasteland Strangle something, get our Demonic Pact. You know, it's a versatile card, so we have 2 of. Removal wise, we're playing 1 Ultimate Price. Just, you know, it's for like the mono white humans list. It's really just a supplement to the 4 Grasp of Darkness, which is arguably the best removal spell in Standard right now, next to Reflector Mage in a creature. But it's like a Languish for 1 creature. Ruinous Path, a way to kill a Planeswalker just another creature that we need to kill. You know, something that's evading our Grasp of Darkness, like an Avacyn or a Dragonlord Solongar or Ojutai, when he's tapped. Languishes our Wrath removal. Really takes care of the mono white humans list, especially if we can languish like 2 turns in a row, or like languish and then follow up with all this stuff. It hurts them pretty bad. Oath of Jace is in here as a draw spell for sure, but is also protection against like Dromoka's Command or something, or we have to sack an enchantment because our Demonic Pact is an enchantment and we don't want to sacrifice it early. So it's more of in there, less protection. The Scry is really irrelevant unless we take a Planeswalker with Dragonlord Solongar, which is a very real thing. Sphinx's Tutelage is our alternate win con. Essentially, this is so we don't go to time in our matches and we can get it done in a timely manner. And yeah, it's also the alternate win condition. You know, if they're getting rid of our demonic packs and everything, we just tutelage them to death. And Oath of Jace is great. You know, we can have an Oath of Jace, disperse it, and then play Oath of Jace again, and then get 3 Sphinx's Tutelage triggers. So moving over to lands, so we really want all of our lands to come in untapped in this deck. The original Pro Tour list played 4 of each dual land, so 4 Sunken Hollow and 4 Choked Estuary. But we really, like I said, we really want the lands to come in untapped. So I dropped 2 Choked Estuary and added in 1 more island and 1 more swamp. So that way we have a total of 19 and 4, so 23 total cards to reveal for our Choked Estuaries. Blighted Fin is just a utility land. It's something, you know, just get rid of another creature. You know, if they have like a single Ojutai or a single Avacyn, you know, you can just sacrifice our Blighted Fin and get rid of that. Moving over to the sideboard. Our sideboard is really anti-metagame. So the sideboard for this deck wasn't shown in their deck tech. So I kind of did my own sideboard. And the way I think of sideboards is packages. So like, let's say we're going up against Bant Company and we need package to go against Bant Company. So we go 2 Dispels, 2 Negates for their collected companies, add in 2 Duress, and add in 2 Transgress the Mind. So these are basically ways to ensure that they don't hit collected company. Duresses and Transgress the Minds, we can basically just take their companies away from them in their opening hands. And then Dispel and Negates obviously just counteract the collected companies. So if they don't hit collected companies, our other removal can pretty much take care of it. Our Ultimate Prices, our Grasp of Darkness, our Languishes, they can pretty much take care of it. Our Crush of Tentacles when we start bouncing things. So then we move over to our Mono White Humans list. Well, not really Mono White Humans. Let's talk about the deck that basically won the Pro Tour, which is what inspired Virulent Plague in the list. So Virulent Plague really shuts down the green-white tokens deck. And bringing Flying Tendrils as another Wrath. Probably, it's pretty much probably it. I mean, our deck's pretty good against tokens anyway with all our bounce, you know, our bounces and Crush of Tentacles and stuff. Probably take out like the Ruinous Paths. Probably take out more spot removal and add in more mass removal. So the Flying Tendrils and the Virulent Plagues. Our control package. Well, Infinite Obliteration is a one of for like the ramp decks that want to like play Ulamogs. So we can Infinite Obliteration their Ulamog. And then we're only playing a one of because we're playing Dark Petition, so we can just tutor it up when we need it. and then get rid of it. An additional Ruinous Path, just another removal package. Our control, self-inflicted wound is there for green-white humans, green-white tokens, not so much tokens, but green-white humans, Bant Company. Just getting rid of creatures like a Reflector Mage or Bounding Krasis or something, and making it lose life in the process. Then our control package, obviously we bring in essentially the exact same package that we brought in against Bant Company, which is really funny because Bant Company is an aggro deck. But we basically bring in this package, and then we take out basically all our spot removal. So we definitely get rid of the Languishes because they're probably not playing a lot of creatures, and then we take out, depending on if they're Planeswalker heavy, we can add in another Ruinous Path to that, like Seth Manfield's Esper list or Esper Super Friends. Definitely add in the Ruinous Path there. Probably cut down on ultimate prices and Languishes, maybe a couple Grasp. Slumgar's Command's really good against those just because it destroys Planeswalkers and stuff. So that's how the sideboard came to be, and like I said, the sideboard is definitely not set in stone. I made it myself, just because it wasn't on the original deck tech at the Pro Tour feed. So I kind of had to study the metagame a little bit and figure out what I needed to defend against. But yeah, so that's the deck. It looks super fun. I'm really excited to play this. Just because I'm not much of a serious Magic player anymore. I don't have a chance to play every weekend and go to Grand Prix and PPTQs and things like that, GPTs. So I just like to play for fun, and I like to play decks that just look like a lot of fun. That being said, the first deck I built was Bant Human Company before the Pro Tour and before SCG Baltimore, just because I thought Bant Humans looked great. So I have that. I'm not going to build it on here. I have it in paper, but this deck looks like a lot of fun. So if this turns out to be as much fun as it looks like, this is probably what I'm going to build in paper and just play when I can, because this deck looks super sweet. So let's get into some action, and I'll see you guys in a second.